Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Rise and Grind. So what I have sitting behind me here is my 1994 Toyota Supra subframe, and I wanted to show you the process on how I'm going to remove the bushings. By the way, you won't need much to remove those bushings. You will need a torch to expand the metal, and either a mallet or a hammer would do just fine, so you could pop it off. Also guys, you will need a 22 milliliter socket to remove the bolts from these cross member mounts. Besides carrying the essentials that you will need, I also recommend these tools that will help you during the process. So on the first cross member mount, I actually came across a funny little incident, but I still managed to take it out. So this one's now using the rest of the subframe, and I'm going to show you how to remove the second one. I started by burning around the edges of the metal sleeve inside and all around the beam. I covered top and bottom. I knew I had to keep the fire in place for a good amount of time so it can actually work. But within 15 minutes of burning, I started pounding it with the hammer and there was no solid movement of that bushing whatsoever. The only thing I seen was the plastic slightly wrinkling at the top. My original plan was not to burn the plastic off completely, but it ended up being the only plan because that's all I had to work with. And of course, I wanted to be efficient with my time. So I had another torch and I left both torches on, hitting each beam so it can start melting. After 30 minutes is when the metal sleeve finally slid out. And even after the metal inside was out, I still left the torches on about an hour to continue burning the plastic to a crisp. It was the only way, but I had enough time to study while watching the fire. I thought about it like Christmas in the woods with a nice cold breeze and a campfire. But really, it was the cold breeze in my backyard while watching my subframe lit on fire. Either or, it was still perfect. So now that I got the bushings out of the subframe, I had to repeat the same process with the bushings inside the cross member mounts. But I already knew what I had to do, and I knew the outcome, so it was smooth sailing after that. That works too. The last step that was needed to take after all that plastic material was burnt to a crisp was to simply clean it. I used these polishing brushes on my Dremel to completely remove the leftover gunk and soot that was on the metal. And there we have it, guys. My subframe is completely naked and is now ready for the next step of the process. Hint, hint, it involves painting. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for the next video. That actually looks really nice. It's like a professional job, even though an amateur did it, of course.